beautiful, divine, masculine, and feminine darlings. This is the Seraph Gem Gypsy, Seraphe Indigo Empress, and Shiloh Horizon. I will not be here for too long, but I do have a quick channel, and I did address this in a reading. I don't even think that reading's up right now. I'll go probably put it back up later. But Aiden Wolfshadow's content had been popping up for a month or so. He started his channel about a month ago, and he had 200 to maybe 300 followers when his content started popping up. So I gave him a chance, and I definitely saw that there was some sketch energy, but I also saw somebody possibly trying to shift into the light, so I gave him a chance. And some of the things that were being articulated were accurate. However, I also have noticed that he's been plagiarizing other readers' content. He's only been on here for a month doing this, but he's plagiarizing people who've been here for a while, myself included. I noticed a few weeks ago he was copying content and poems and things like that. People that I have been following regularly, and not just people that I've been following regularly, like the main people that are my top go-tos. He only suddenly is posting them. No, he's reblogging what I'm posting, and I'm posting them. But then he's copying my content. He responded to comments to me a month ago. He spoke to me in comments a month ago, and then came on my live feed a day or so ago in the comment section while I was doing a reading of my live feed. And then I reciprocated. I went to a live feed he was doing after one of his popped up while I was done with mine. I jumped in. He said my name on the live feed. I documented all of this. Not at the time, but after I caught the lies and the stuff, I went back really quickly just to get it in case there was an issue like this, because I had a feeling there would be. And here we go. Prophecy fulfilled again. Cal and Dion poetry, for example, somebody that I speak to regularly and have for quite some time. In fact, I just sent another message within the last hour in defense of him, in fact, while he was being targeted by someone else. Because it popped up on my feed. And I've been a fan for a while of his art. But it seems like when Aiden made a profile a month ago, he saw that I was posting and I was using Cal and Dion poetry as my cover photos a lot. And so he started snagging pictures and putting them on his community board. Also Mindy Copeland. You guys know I've been posting Mindy Copeland for months now, long before Aiden had a YouTube account here. Another one was Mystic Tory. That's another go-to, super solid. You guys know he's been reblogging the things that I post, copying my content. So he went from having, 200 or 300 followers, and I gave him support. I kept sharing his content too. And now he has about the same as I do. You're welcome for that. But no, you're not going to sit there and copy and plagiarize people and then also be focused on money grubbing instead of true spirituality while sitting there trying to preach true spirituality and at the same time copying the content of or posting other people's that are doing the opposite that you're doing. You're being greedy. I did a reading about this morning, so I let that go last night. I said nothing. When I noticed these mistreatments and when I noticed the sketchy energy, the karmic energy coming through and the behavioral patterns that were a very clear indicator that something was off for me, I quietly, after a whole month of nothing but constant support and love, light worker to light worker was the goal, 422. I quietly pulled back. I just blocked the account. I didn't say anything. I didn't start any issues, but he got mad by that. He got mad that I pulled my energy back after giving him so much of it to build his business with. And he decided to attack me in my sleep last night. That's what woke me up out of a sleep, a dream about him attacking me because he was sending nasty energy. I got right up and did a reading and pulled the Evil Eye deck out. Guess what? Guess what the first card that came out was? Dream Attacks, one of the first ones. I'm not stupid. I am highly psychic. I am a high priestess. I am the Empress. And this dude is far out of his league. You're barking up the wrong tree, sir. Stay away from me. Off of my social media. And stay off of the other people's at this point, too. Because I'm telling them what you've been doing. You are too old to be acting like this. 522. I'm at least a couple decades younger than you, and I should not have to be educating you on why this is inappropriate. This is foul. It's not one thing or the other, it's the combination, but this was the tipping point. So I did that channel, I got it out. I don't even think it's up right now, and I let it go. I had planned to say nothing more until Mr. Wolfshadow has been clearly snooping on my content to the point where his now blocked account just tried to force its way into my feed again, which it only does based on people who are watching my content because it sends them my way. That's how I have the algorithm set up, or that's how it was set up, and I haven't changed it. So it's still there, and I have checked the notification settings. So he's just been lying the whole time. Everything I have seen him post at this point, just plagiarisms from others, but the things that he's posting, they might sound good because they are. They're real spiritual references from real spiritual readers, but he's contradicting them with the way he lives and the way he's treating people. And it's not just off screen. Oh, no. I caught it on a live feed. And that was the tipping point for me. 6:46. This is why he was begging for donations and stuff, by the way. This type of behavior, it's lack and loss frequency. And also, the holy angels were standing around him last night. He sits there and tries to claim to talk about the angels sometimes. They were standing there, ready to speak through him and help him elevate his gifts. But he chose to try to, after coming on my feed, ignore me. Deliberately skip over my messages. First, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. A few times, in fact, which is what I've done the whole month. But then I saw it very, very vividly. And that was when I could no longer give any more support after a month. That one few-minute interaction was enough to show me that the pattern I've been observing for the last month was accurate. And not only was it accurate, but the whole thing played out, boom. The whole month's worth of a pattern played out, boom, on one live feed in less than 20 minutes, half an hour. I saw it all. Again, it was just confirmation of the long game, the long run. 1 hour versus 1 month. Same situation, but condensed into less than an hour. So there was no way to deny it. You just committed the pattern again more quickly. Unwise. 822. I keep letting it go. He will not stay away from me. First it was my dreams, now it's my social media. I already blocked him yesterday. Last night. This has to stop. It's Christmas Eve. You need help. Thank you for respecting my boundaries. I don't wish bad on people, but I'm not going to tolerate that. That's narcissism, and I reject it. 8:58. The other thing is, I saw a post. He was calling someone else. I need some help. I need some help, collective, after dealing with this narcissistic person. Sweetheart, I'm wondering if that was you. I think you're projecting. I think you're the narcissist and you're blaming someone else. Maybe they were problematic. But so are you. Not based on opinion, based on observation and evidence. I have a video recording of him speaking my username, saying my name out loud, and then saying something with his mouth that was a lie, which I can show he lied about a month earlier with a text, with written stuff. Maybe he didn't remember that he wrote what he wrote to me, but I still had it documented. It was still in my notifications, so I went to copy it and just double check. And when I lined it up with the statement he made, it showed that the statement he made contradicted the written text from a month ago. Meaning he was lying. Why would you go to a reader like that? I caught Aiden in a bold-faced lie last night. Do not send your money that way. That's a karmic. 10-10. He didn't necessarily start out that way, but there was a test last night. The angels were standing there testing him to see if he was going to be greedy and karmic, or he was going to expand spiritually, listen to them, open up to them, and actually have new gifts open up as a result. That's what happens when you work with those higher realms. And he was being given a chance to work with those higher realms through me, hello Seraphim. But he chose greed and money, and he, well, chose to mistreat an empress, a seraphim, holy, anointed empress at that, high priestess, to nickel and dime strangers. If you had chosen the divine and the holy angels, they would have blessed you with far more than you'd have to ever dream of nickel and diming people. Stay out of my sleep and off my social media. Do you hear me? I don't wish bad things for people, but that's a boundary. Respect it. 11:11. Thank you. Do no harm. Take no shit and don't lie about anyone or anything, especially for any reason. Most specifically, when the truth about you will destroy you, like, well, at this point I can prove. Toodles. Thank you. I'm picking up whether they be conscious or subconscious angry attacks. I feel like ego-based attacks, upset by the truth. I understand. I'm sure this would upset me too if I was a narcissist in my ego being called out for things like this. But unfortunately for you, your mouth doesn't line up with the paperwork, and I can show you lied with the paperwork out of your mouth. So, no, you can't. I took the videos down. Not before I got screen grabs of them, sweetheart. Blessings.